So the practice of actually overeating and then drinking water after is going to be called something known as stomach stretching or gut stretching. There's no official name, but that's what we're going to call it moving forward because that's the only name I could find. So basically what this entails is after you eat every single meal, you eat until past the point of feeling full to where you want to throw up, and then after you've gotten to that point, then you're going to take as much water as you can and just completely start chugging it until the point where you can, until the maximum point that you can basically take that. And then over time of fulfilling this practice and doing it, it's actually going to expand your stomach. So this, in theory, is actually going to be ranked like an S tier, bulking thing that you can do. But in hindsight, right, we see S tier, but what does it actually look like, doing it and performing it day to day? So the pros, obviously, over time, you're going to be able to eat more food, and it's going to help you hit your macros while you're trying to gain weight. It's S tier for that reason. Objectively, it creates more room in your stomach and in your gut and in your small intestine, so that as you eat food, there's literally more room for the food, right? Because you're literally changing the intro, what would that even be called? The intro gastrular system of your body. You're literally moving the organs around in your body. That's objectively what you're doing. So it is going to just objectively, I like the word objectively because it just means as is. Objectively, you are changing the inside of your body to prioritize the ability to eat more food. So you're stretching it out. Now we think stretching as in, I'm going to do some stretches. This is a good thing. This is not a good thing for longevity and for a lot of other reasons. This isn't a good type of stretching, okay? You're changing the inside of your body in a way that it's not meant to be, and this isn't like going to the gym and you're building muscle by creating micro tears. That's not what we're doing here. You objectively are harming yourself, but it does help you gain weight over time, and it's a very dangerous practice, but it objectively does help. So if your only goal is to gain weight, then this is something that you can do, but it is extremely, not extremely as in some other things that you could be doing, but it is unhealthy. It's not good for you. It's not good for longevity. There's not, to my knowledge, there's not a lot of literature on what this looks like long term, but obviously if you continue doing this for an extended period of time, long term, this is actually going to be very bad. So I'd say only do this, maybe initially if you're really struggling to gain weight. This is something that you can do initially, but over time you don't want to keep on, doing that over time. This is not something that you want to be doing long term. This is a very short term thing to help you initially, or to help you get to a new threshold that you haven't been able to get to. This is something that you can do. So physically, it is going to be stomach stretching, and it's going to expand room in your stomach for food. So it all sounds good so far, but the bad things, stomach pains. Stomach pain is a big issue, because in my own practice in doing this, you're going to experience stomach pain. It's going to happen, right? It's stretching. There's going to be a lot of pain. It's going to be painful doing this, especially when you're trying to go to sleep at night. One of the most key things for building muscle and actually gaining weight is going to be the recovery process, sleeping. So if you're not getting good sleep, then this is overall going to be a net negative as opposed to a net positive in helping you towards your fitness goals, if it's preventing you from falling asleep. But if it's not preventing you from falling asleep and you can deal with the pain, then that's equal trade-off, right? So there's a lot of pain. That was one thing I want to say. And also throwing up. You guys, you're going to throw up a lot doing this, okay? So here's the thing that you need to, this is the thing that you need to do. You need to try your best to not throw up, because if you throw up, then your stomach doesn't have the food actually expanded anymore. So you need to keep it all down. So you need to hit it to the point where you can keep it all in without throwing up, because that's actually going to expand the stomach and stretch your stomach. But if you throw it all up, and you keep on eating and throwing it up, this isn't going to help you. This is not good. So you have to keep it all down. That's the next thing that I want. So you have to keep the food down. And also if you're bulking, you want to keep the food down as well, right? So you have to keep everything out. You can't throw it up. You can't be throwing it up. I've thrown up doing this. It's not good. Then you have to it's a nasty process. So try your best to not throw up. And if you do, to tone it down next time. You can't be throwing up when you're doing this. That's a key thing. Some people say, oh, but if you get the stretch and then 5 minutes later you throw it all out, that's fine. No, that's not fine. You need to keep it in. Keep it stretching. That's the main two things: stomach pain and the throwing up. Mitigate throwing up, and you're gonna have lots of stomach pain, and it's not good for your body. I could go into depth about a lot of the issues that this is gonna cause, but just know this is not good. And it's not gonna be the same. It's opinionated, a lot of these things, so you're gonna have to do your own research on stomach stretching and what actually overeating looks like. And actually, there's less research on bodybuilders. It's more on competitive eaters. If you look at them, people who competitively eat food, like this is an actual sport. People who are eating food and they're just shoving food down their mouths. You know what I mean? Like, oh, who can eat the most hot dogs in an hour? Those type of things. That's what I'm talking about. So those interactions and those type of guys are who you probably don't want to study and look at them long term to come to your own opinions about this is something you can do. Which is why I only say, do it short term to help you get an initial boost to where you can get to the point where but you don't want to be doing this long time. It's very bad long term. So this practice helped me a little bit. Did it for a little bit. Never gonna do it again. Not good. Not healthy. Wouldn't recommend it. But if your only goal is to gain weight and you don't care about anything else, then this could help you propel you to the next level and really help you achieve your fitness goals. Wouldn't recommend it. But if that's the only thing that you care about, then I give you the tool to do it. I run a school community called Venegas Academy where I teach you these things online, one-on-one coaching, group calls, courses, community, everything that you could possibly need to take your health and fitness to the next level and learn from me one-on-one. Venegas Academy, first link in the description. Hope to see you there.